Assalamualaikum and hi. Today, our group will present subtopic 10.2 Franchising. This topic consists 4 parts, which are Introduction and Nature of Franchising, Benefits of Franchisee, Issues for Franchisor, and Example for Franchising.
Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. My name is Rosmalinja binti Rosli. Today I will introduce to you guys what is franchising. Franchising is an alternative to internally generated expansion for a firm seeking to develop a focused network of geographically dispersed units. Franchising is selling the business concept to prospective owner-operators bound by a contractual agreement. The franchising agreement distinguishes itself by including compliance, quality into the service idea. The franchisor guarantees a consistent service because the concept is standardized in design, operation, and pricing, just as they make no distinction between products of the same brand. Customer will expect identical service from any franchise outlet. All outlet benefits from this consistency in service because customers develop a brand loyalty that is not bound by geography. So let's move on to the nature of franchising. What the nature of franchising? Franchising is a system. So, the franchisee will own the business through payment of a franchise fee and purchase of the facility and equipment. So, he or she is responsibility for a normal activities including hiring employees, making daily decisions and determining local advertising. So, in this franchising, we will familiar with the term franchisor, that is a firm, franchisee that is grant to others, and the other one is the franchise, that is the right and license.
Next, we continue with benefits to franchisee. As a franchisee, the owner relinquishes some personal independence and control in return for a relationship based on expectation of greater gains through group membership. The franchisee is given the opportunity to own a small business that carries a lower than normal risk of failure because of the identifications with an established service brand. Membership in the franchisor organizations also includes many additional benefits. First, management training. Before opening a new outlet, many franchises provide an extensive training program. This training accomplishes 2 objectives. First, the franchisee becomes prepared to operate a business. Second, to ensure that each procedure will be followed to guarantee consistency across units. Second, branding. The franchisee gains immediate customer recognition from the nationally known and advertised brand name. The result is more immediate increased customer draw, thus the break-even point is reached sooner than in a traditional new business venture. Next, acquisitions of a proven business. Traditionally, independent owners face a high rate of failure, which a franchisee can expect to avoid. The franchisor has a track record of selecting appropriate sites, operating a reliable accounting systems, and most important, delivering a service concept that already accepted by the public. Last, economies of scale. The franchisee benefits from centralized purchasing and savings on the cost of materials and equipment that are unavailable to an independent owner.
Alright, now we are going to move to the next slide, which is the issues for the franchisor. At a glance, opening and operating a franchise seems more straightforward than building your own concept. There are established brands and most of the marketing comes from the corporate office. But that doesn't mean franchises have an easy path to success. There's a unique set of challenges or issues that come with franchising. Here are 3 of them. The first one is franchisee autonomy. A franchisee's autonomy is the amount of freedom that is permitted in the operation of the unit. The degree of autonomy is a function of the extent of operation programming dictated in the franchise contract and of the success of branding the national advertising achieves. The extent of operations programming is important to guarantee compliance with uniform standards of quality and service throughout the entire chain. If some franchises were allowed to operate at substandard levels, the image of the entire chain would suffer. A highly programmed operation might include three things. The first one is a franchise specification, such as a day-to-day operating procedures, site selection, facility design, content system, supply use, and also the sources, pricing, and also the menu items for the restaurants. For example, second one is a frequent inspection of the facility, which is the QAE. And then the third one is the right to repurchase the outlet for non-compliance. Branding reinforced the operations programming by establishing rather clear customer expectations from which it is difficult for the individual franchisee to deviate. In addition, a successful branding should lead to a greater profit potential, reduced risk, and more sought after investment opportunity. Next issues is a franchise contract. Control and power tend to concentrate in the hands of the franchisor, and this raises questions concerning the relationship between franchisor and franchisee as well as the misuse of power. The franchise contract is the vehicle for providing this relationship on a continuing basis. Very often, this contract includes a specific obligation on the part of the franchise, but are ambiguous regarding the responsibilities of the franchisor, and often no attention is given to the rights of the franchisee. For example, litigation has arisen from contract stipulations regarding establishments of the resale value of the franchise and binding agreements requiring the purchase of supplies from the franchisor. The objective in writing franchise contracts should be to avoid future litigation that might prevent a cooperative relationship from developing. Franchise contracts should be prepared to protect both parties and preserve the competitive strength of the entire franchise organization. And the last issue is conflict resolution. An intelligent and fair franchise contract is the most effective means to reduce potential conflict. Conflict frequently arises, however, over the following issues because of differing objectives of the franchisor and franchisee. First one is how should fees be established and profits distributed? Second one, when should franchisee facilities be upgraded and how are the costs to be shared? The third one, how far should the franchisor go in saturating a single market area with outlets? The franchise system is a super organization requiring inter-organizational management. Thus, a critical task of the franchisor is development of policy and procedures to handle conflict before it becomes divisive and impairs the entire system. The entire system. Thank you.
I bet everyone know the famous cake of secret recipe, which is chocolate indulges. The Secret Recipe Cafe chain, specializing in cakes, pastry, food fusions, made in its debut in 1997 and has established its brand name in Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Indonesia, China, and even Australia, among other countries. Its recipe for success it is focused on the core product, which is the high quality of cakes and the clever use of its brand name. By buying its franchise, we can get a lot of benefit, including the continuous training and the support. That's all from our group. Thank you.